Bam. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Watching this crazy volatility for Bitcoin. 63,750. He's got my mind scrambled. Wow. Let me get into this. Let me break it down for you. We've been battling the charts all morning. I'm still in a long. It's been up, down. I think I was down 280 bucks at one point. Must be down like 110 bucks right now. We'll take a look at it. Whether I win or lose, I'd like to show you what happens because that's cool. I think it's pretty cool. Someone that's open-minded enough to show you their life, no matter what, whether they're winning or losing, that is someone you want to chill with. That's someone I'd want to be with. So that's my best self. My best self is who I want to be. God bless each and every one of you for being here. Let's put the lemon into the water. All right? Make sure you're drinking out of glass, number one. Make sure you're drinking out of filtered water, number two. You can throw some salt back in there. Mineral salt could be good. And blessings on blessings for everybody out there. Did you work out today? I did. I did a bit. I skimped the last bit, I'll be honest with you guys. Last minute or two. Shouldn't have done it, but I did. I just had other things going on in my head, but I wasn't. Hey, it happens. I'll put extra effort in tomorrow to make up for it. Shout out to everybody here on the live, but thank you for being here. Let's take a look at BTC on the charts. Let's bring that music down. It's a little too loud for you. I apologize there. But everything should be crispy and ready to go here. Let's take a look here at the chat. Man, you know what it is there's so many things to do in the morning. And when I'm in the charts, I forget about the live stream. You get it? Because all I care about is what I'm doing. And that's trading. Right? And then there's other things I gotta be. It's just crazy. When you do it, when you're a live streaming chartist, life can come at you pretty fast. Bitcoin getting that pump to 63,800. And look, now I'm only down 130. I was down like 300 bucks. We'll see. Maybe I get out of here easily, or maybe we continue to pump to 64,000. Only time will tell. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down to Sammy loser. To Sammy hold on and wiggle through for another win. And we're going to figure that out today in the next 2 hours. Hopefully. You never know, right? It could go on for days. But for now, it seems like we could find out by the end of the stream. Shout out to all the channel sponsors. We appreciate you. We love you. I Trust Capital, Houdini Swap, and Decrypted.tax. The best three, places to go in the world. I mean, where else would you go for your taxes, for your retirement, or to swap coins quickly on your MetaMask? I mean, they got everything for you right there. 1, 2, 3. But let's break it down. So you can see right now, I'm in a losing trade. I'm a loser right now. All right, I don't win every trade. If I did, this daily looks like it wants to come to this 21-day moving average, but it should have done it here, 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 and here, and it just hasn't. So there's something brewing here that I'm, from my years of doing this, that are seeing something strange. All right, is the 1 minute breaking back above a 200 MA? It did. The 1 minute just crossed the 200. You know what happens there. Usually it can get a little crazy. We've got this, just yesterday, this same exact type of pattern broke out beautifully to the upside. It was kind of how we began the long. I could go search for it. I don't want to waste time, and again, there's that money printer cup and handle there with the tap of the 21-day moving average. This takes you back to 64,390. Let's take a look if BOOKMAP says anything of the case. I mean, BOOKMAP's still telling us, no, we want 62.8 and we want it now. And 61.6, but I don't know. That liquidity's been there for a long time. We just ate into it, and it didn't seem like we got as much as they would want. I mean, like we dipped in, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if this disappears and we flip it. But right now, if you had to say it, I don't want to. You don't speculate on liquidity. You just take it for what it is. Right now, there is still more to the downside than to the upside for whatever reason. Telling us that it wants to pull Bitcoin to the downside. They may be fishing for the longs here. All right. We're going to look at the big picture to the small picture, and that's going to give us the best assessment of what's actually happening here for Bitcoin. Watching this double bottom ascending triangle. They are 50-50 patterns, by the way. This isn't like a known bullish pattern. I just want to make that clear. It's a 50-50 pattern. It can go either way. So the second we start watching this, we got to think about it. Okay, if it can go either way, all right, then we have to look at other parameters. Well, we're above the 200. We're above the smooth moving average. Very bullish sign for continuation. Highly likely we're going to pump in the next 10 minutes. Why? We're above the smooth moving average. We're touching near the 21, and we're above the 200. That is a beautiful signal for me. That's what I call the triple entendre. Okay? When you can trade the 1 minute, it's almost like that's the one right there. So I'm still in the long. That's telling me that I should hold my long and see if I can wiggle on out of here for gains. So it's not over. So I'm a loser now, but I may become a winner. I'm only a loser if I panic sell and I don't trust the technical analysis. You know, we will see. We will see what happens as time goes on. I don't like the daily. This looks kind of shoulder, head, and right shouldery. You see that? That's a head and shoulder pattern right there. I should bail. I don't know. Now I got it mixed. Mixed emotions. And this is where you got to just quell emotions and ask yourself, am I okay? I'm all right. I'm willing to lose about 350. I go anywhere past 350, I'm out. That's my, you know, I don't want to lose any more than that. So the daily is curing. Yeah. Can hedge 1 minute scalp. Sir, please see the 1 minute chart. Things will get more clear. God bless you, man. He's telling me to look at the bigger picture. Hey, come on. Hey, you know what I like about it? That means this guy's new to the channel and we love you. What's his name here? He says go to the 1 hour. Yeah. Shout out to Rana Hassan. We love you, Rana. God bless you. You're an awesome person. Thank you for being here and caring about. If you care about technical analysis enough to comment like that, I love you. Like, that's much he cares about TA. He's like, look at the 1 hour. Like, that means he knows his sauce. You know how many people have no idea what when you tell them to look at a 1 hour means? They don't even know what the 1 hour is. All right. I passed 7 prop firm challenges and I've got everything wrong today. Hey, man, I like that you said that. God bless you. It's not easy, man. It's not easy. Trading is a constant daily chore. All right. We're going to take a look at everything for you here on this beautiful Wednesday. Arrow hit 99. I mean, Arrow doing wonderful things. Accounts up lovely. We are bouncing back to the upside, all the way to the upside. Time to move. I talked about MPLX over and over and over again. CoinEx was the smart. We do have a link to CoinEx in the trading group somewhere. If you dig for it and just search, you'll find it. Say DXY Weekly. You will like. Shout out to After Hours Investing Lifer. What's your take on the heat map? Having insane amounts of heat below. Hey, man, anything is possible. Right now, we already talked about it. It says we could go lower. Yeah. If they don't know the 1 hour, they need to demo. LOL, right? Have a look at Bitcoin USDT, please. You're funny. This guy's hilarious. But 69.9% gains for MPLX. Since we talked about it down there, I even talked about it at 24, 25. But then again at 30, 29, and it just sprinted to 45. Adam and Eve double bottom. Look at that. And we talked about it. I had this draw before it happened. We went over it. Anyway. And this is a long-term idea for me. I see more headed up there to 92 for MPLX. All right, let's do our top-down analysis for Bitcoin. I just wanted to kind of say, hey, if you're in the trading group, watch the live stream. But then you got to watch the live stream. You might have forgotten about this. The trading group would have reminded you of this. I would have went over why I liked it, talked about what was happening. Now, I do see a bit of a retest coming. We don't know. Again, the Twisted Sister. We're not sure exactly what it's going to do, but it's going to come back to the 21-day moving average. That's the likely. This is the little system that I've created for myself. Okay, 1 to 5% of the time, it'll just boom to the upside, but that's unlikely. All right? It's more likely it'll flag out, come to the 21, and then do its damage. So I know I can just sit there and wait on that, and I can slap an alert on MPLX. I could do this around the market to, I can go over 500 coins, do this to the best top 30, 40. Everyone, I search 500 to 1,000 coins every single night for the trading group. I'm not lying to you. I have insane ways of doing it. I go through it. I have lists that I have categorized. I star what I looked at, what I haven't looked at. It's intense. It's a searching process of technical analysis. And I also look at what's hot, what people are talking about. Okay. CELO. Look at this. Once you get above that 200 MA, the daily, wow, it's going for that day, but that 22. See, I start using the 4 hour and the 8 hour because they're just beautiful. Wow, look at that move. So altcoins getting a huge move. We're going to take a look at a lot of things today. We're going to take a look at, see, this falling wedge looks like it's going to break out. They faked it to the downside. Boom. 1 hour wants to move to the top of the pattern. Looks like Sammy may win this trade at 64.5 when it's all said and done. I wouldn't be surprised if they flip. And again, I usually never say this, but I wouldn't be surprised if you see this liquidity disappear, and next thing you know, it's up here. An hour later, they flip it. I've seen them flip liquidity. The TA tells you what's going to happen usually before. I always go TA first, BOOKMAP second. All right, even though you see me look at BOOKMAP, but a lot of times it looks like it's 100% BOOKMAP. It's just because BOOKMAP matches the TA. This looks like a reversal back to the upside. A long on the 1 hour looks highly likely here with a stop below the wick. However, what I don't like is it doesn't match the risk to reward ratio. I need a 3-to-1 here. To me, the trade would have to be a little too close to the bone. Something like this could easily get stopped back out on an unstable move. There's lower volume today, I believe, due to last week and all the liquidations and the Fed meeting and all that. Remember, Friday, we still have news. People just keep forgetting, but I always want to remind you what's coming. Friday, we have that personal income and personal spending here, which is going to throw a loop in the Forex market for sure. It's not going to be the biggest metric. It's not PPI and CPI, but it's enough to move the needle, all right? So can we get this continuation here, or does Bitcoin make a right? It could make a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. Bearish scenario. You lose the 200, you lose the trend line and this beautiful point of control, 63.5. You come to the 200 MA, you lose that, then you're done. Right, and then we're resetting for something else. So it would be nice if we could kind of go sideways here and fight off the bears. But only time will tell. Right now, Bitcoin's struggling to get back above 63,800. That was definitely a heavy resistance for it at the present moment in time, 63,800. All right. I'm going to delete all my work now, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh. Yeah. And we're going to go all the way out to the weekly. Weekly still looks absolutely beautiful, and I've done this already once today, and what I've been saying, and I know people don't like it, but this was a broken pattern. They broke it, broke back inside. Here they did the same, they broke it, broke back inside, and it looks to me, and again, you can still connect these if you like. That actually has a good top, so, but these, and I'm always someone that says, no, we got to be right about it, so if you want to do this, but there's, I have seen this broken pattern idea play out many, many times in my life, so, and would it be bounce, it would connect, so, but there's support there at 54.7, there's a bounce at 55.6. All we wanted was a candle close last week. Remember, above 61,500. We got that key level. So that's going to be just a line in the sand. And then we know we need to get back above like a wick to 65. And where these two candles closed at above 64,200. And if we can break above 64.2, it's likely we can continue to the upside. But you can see that is your weekly resistance. And we're having an issue so far in the week getting through it. But we got 4 more days and 10 hours to push through to the upside. We take a look at the 3-day chart, and the 3-day chart's just been completely bullish, right? It hasn't had a red candle in the set. Finally getting a little overbought, though, and at the exact same resistance on the 3-day, about 64,200 on the dot, 64. Can we break through this level? That's the question. Once we break 64, it's kind of like all-time high, because how do you not hit 68? And if you went from 64 to 68, how do you not break into all-time high areas up here? You can see the final highs that we have to get through really are 71.5, and then those are where the candles close in the bigger time frames. We move to the daily, and I keep just showing everyone that this is a beautiful double bottom. Double bottoms break up 68% of the time. So far so good. This is doing exactly what it said it's going to do, and it tells us we can get somewhere to $76,000 on the breakout to the upside, right? That's a measured move of the double bottom. And then we came and retested this area. We bounced here, almost wicked to it, and bounced again. And then, so to me, and the daily away from the 21. So I just keep putting out the idea that, like, how does the daily not reset? However, it might reset sideways and make a bull flag. Again, same thing. I'm back to this. What does this do? Well, if I enter a short, so I talked about a head short, right? And I still, still looking at it, and you enter here right now, right? The stop would be at the top of these wicks. And I guess, you know, our entry, you know, the level we'd have to look for is somewhere right there at this key area at 60,000. And my thing is this, we might just wait to support here at 61.6. And if I go to 61.6, I don't, you know, it's a 2.5 risk reward ratio. So the risk reward ratio just isn't there for me on the short hedge. It's a tighter, you know, we're in a very tight chop position, which doesn't give me a lot of time, a lot of space to protect the position as well. So I'm weary of that idea. Resistance here for Bitcoin as well. So it just tells me, you know, we got to be very, very close, right? Arrow will be a nice gainer, double bottom daily as well. Yeah. Bless the daily lifers, prepare for this bull run. Families, things are changing. Amen. Both. He said he thinks, Bears, thinks, a lot of thinks. If I think I can hold it, stay a bit above 65, there'll be a lot of thinking going on. Let's just look at what the charts convey, shall we? So, yeah. However, the 21 will cross the 200 MA. It's a bullish, I mean, the 50, which is a bullish sign. But they have to meet sooner than later for us to get, like, the massive pump that we're really looking for. 12-hour resetting, that's getting closer and closer to the 21 without losing too much. 8 hours on the 21, which is a good sign, right? I was looking for the 8 hour to explode last night. It started to look like we were going to get this follow through, and then no. But there was a chance, man. That would have been amazing. One thing I am looking at is the bearish div here on the 4 hour time frame. But some could say it was here, and it fell down, and then that was it. And now we're kind of starting another channel above support. I'm open-minded to that idea, and I've seen it before. I've played with these theories. See, I've seen a lot of this stuff before, everyone. Even if it's really unique to you, I've seen it, right? And I've played with the idea, and I've seen the unconventional occur when most people thought no way, right? So right here on the 4 hour time frame, I feel like we still got some bearish div, you know. Even from here to here is down, and that is up. So, but so far we seem to be just holding this key level, and you can see there's this support or resistance flip right now on the small scale and at like 63,500. Really, there's a lot of chunk of liquidity, and we have a point of control here at about 63,189, right? 63.5. Make sure. If we consolidate to the end of the week, we're gonna pump and cup and handle. Anything can happen. I don't know. I don't make decisions like that. I just go day by day, one step at a time, 1 hour at a time, one candle at a time. All right. So right now, like the small move would be here, the bigger move would be there. You could get the breakout, it would defy the divergence. The divergence is good enough because what it would do is it would create enough shorts for us to liquidate to the upside. Interesting times, like it you know, when you open up, all the liquidity is still to the downside, suggesting that we take a dump to 62.8. And so there's bearish divergence right here too on the indicator, but somehow the bulls just keep fighting this key level. I don't know how. We switched to the 1 hour, and the 1 hour also, like we said earlier, and we've already been talking about the 1 hour, right? That was the first thing we went over. Looks to me like it wants to break out of this falling wedge to the upside. Could be a perfect entry right now on the 1 hour, honestly, in my humble opinion. I'm long, but so I'm biased. Something like this, stop loss right below the wick, 311. And I wouldn't be surprised if this thing moons and we get a move to the upside here and they liquidate these shorts. But again, who knows? What do I know? I only do this every single day. And I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. So who knows? I'm just Sammy Price, man. The sad kid that lost his mommy on Thanksgiving, bro. That's it. I'm a broken man. That's all. But I have 3 kids that I love. I have a beautiful baby in my life. I have a wonderful wife. And so I can't be that broken, right? And I want to let my mom know I love you, Mom. I'll never be broken because of you. I'll always be built up because of you. You're the best. I love my mom. She's great. Shout out to Daisy, my mom, Irene. I love you, Mom. God bless you, Mom. May your name ring bells forever, Irene, the painter, man. She was a beautiful painter, a beautiful person. She loved nature more than anyone you ever know. She loved to go on walks and listen to the birds, and Look at all the flowers and the colors. One of my last times I spent with her, she said, can you believe all the colors and the flowers? And I was like, wow, man, my mom's the best. Spending time with her was always a dream and a journey, and it was amazing. Shout out to Bitcoin. See if we can get, so I'm calling a pump here back to the top of the channel. It could be a double top M, but you know, they spent all night dumping. Let's see if we can spend a few hours here on Wednesday getting a pump back to the upside. Can Sammy get back into the green, and can we call the move? How would we first see it? I mean, we'll break that 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame, which we're doing here. Look at this shoulder, head, right shoulder. So this could end up making this type of pattern. And you know, everybody trades in Florida, and all the Floridians are getting ready for the hurricane. So that's why we got some like low volume today, right? But ching. But seriously, getting ready for, it looks like where we're at, what the news tells me is gusts of up to 65 miles an hour. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So I'm going to prepare for 100 mile an hour winds in case. All right. What indicators are easy to know where there's a lot of liquidity? BOOKMAP, baby, BOOKMAP. It seems like market makers elicited to us. Everyone is expecting 65, so they could be aiming at our longs. Shout out to you, Sammy. Love you, bro. Shout out to David Kettle in the house. David, we love you. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Random Stuffs TV. Shout out to Nicholas Berger. Shout out to Lee Ice. Lifer Doge. Brutal Metal 25. Wild Deuces 234. I love you, brother. Shout out to Farouk Jamili. Shout out to Stay Calm again, my man. Wow. Azar Khan. Mustard. Pikachu. How could you forget that? Shout out to Tony Rosas in the house. Tony, we love you, man. Shout out to Bitcoin Beaver. My man. Shout out to Success Storylines in the house. Wow, we got a lot of people. Alejandro Chavez. We got the whole crew here today. And and you know, it's just been a great time. So happy for everybody to be on the street. I was just messing around. Today, I shouldn't do that, man, right? Today, everything is going well. God bless the world. Hopefully, everything continues to go well, right? You ain't broken, brother. One love for the mother out there. Cherish the moments. Amen. Way to get my attention. LOL, master friend. Love you, man. You make TA so fun. Since I found you, I shape my day around your stream. Amen. Show us your Peter Griffin impression, Sammy. Hey, Lois, I think I'm gonna go to bed. Hey, Chris, go to your room before I put my foot up here. Everybody, this is my daughter, Meg. We love her. We don't gotta make fun of her on the show anymore. It's not nice. Hey, my name's Peter Griffin. When I go to Quahog, I drink beer at the bar. I don't think you should drink. Sam doesn't like to drink, but I like to do it. And when I do it, I also like to trade cryptocurrency. When I do, I watch the Crypto Lifer live online every single day from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. He's the best. That's right, Quagmire. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Giggity. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Seeing if Bitcoin can get busy here. Maybe it's getting even a little tighter. Attempting to get a bit of a breakout here to the upside for Bitcoin. Above the 200 MA on the 1 minute, which is a signal for the move. I'm already bending along since last night. We'll see if we can continue to the upside. I see a super chat coming in. Good morning, Sam. Question: I KYC with man once before the and they still keep me up. Is it? You know why? Perhaps they free. Thank you. No idea, man. Yeah, I know. I don't know. But man, if that's the issue, come on over to WEEX. To WEEX, man. WEEX is the spot. WEEX is the spot. All right. Same perpetual, same ideas. Slightly higher fees, but negligible. You won't notice them. All right. Took this $800 up to $1,500 on this account. We're going to continue to move it. All right. We had that big win on WEEX on Sunday night for $650, which I couldn't even believe. Hope you're faring well through the storm. Thank you. Yeah, well, we haven't seen any storm yet. I don't think it starts for us till tomorrow. I could be wrong. But from what I look at, like not until tomorrow. But WEEX has all the bells and whistles. A lot of awesome stuff on spot too as well. Like I looked at their spot list and it's pretty hefty. They got it all. Liquidity already, you know, they got it. Reef, you know, it goes on and on and on and on. Check out WEEX today. Link up here in the comment section if you want to know more. All right. If you want to join the trading group and you would have had, you know about MPLX, know about everything really that's going on. Join today. Join today. The SUI call that was perfect. The fetch call that's up right now. Multiple calls and multiple ideas. I also have 5 elite traders that are pumping out charts. There's just so much going on. All right. Join today. Find out more. The 99 is your first step. I also have a course basically built inside of there for you. Put your email address, hit consent, and subscribe to our weekly newsletter. I can't wait to see you in the trading group. If you're someone that needs the discipline, you don't know where to start, you keep firing off trades, you have no idea what you're doing, and you're losing money, educate yourself, invest in yourself. We're going to be there every single day, constantly. I don't take a day off, so I'd love to see you there, changing other people's lives. All right. You don't have to be there forever either. It's a school, long enough to get your footing, figure out your way, and then, hey, fly, baby, fly. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for jumping on in, and I appreciate everyone that comes to the stream, supports the stream, and helps me grow. It means the world to me. Shout out to the 1,550 people here, 367 likes. Maybe we get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. So we're watching this, what looks to me like a shoulder, head, and right shoulder to the upside for Bitcoin. We just got a golden cross above the 200. Things are looking like we may get a pump here. First level we're looking at 64,129. Second level is 64,480. 500 area. All right. Let's see if we can get follow through and continuation to the upside. We have a busy stream today with a lot to cover. So I'm going to look at the super chats of the fan funding on and off. Let's take a look here. What's happening with the fan funding? So I am that I am. Thank you. Yeah, Yahweh, man. And good morning, Sam. Okay, he asked that question. And yeah, I don't have any answer for that. I guess that's just what they're doing, some here and there. Sui coin, man, will print millions. Sui's amazing. And we're going to spend a good amount of time on altcoin today. And we're going to look at Total 3 to start it off. And we're going to have a blast. But Sui, man, and I put it in this little flag so that it could continue to the upside. And boy, did Sui move to the upside, right? And I never sold the Sui. I kept the Sui. 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 But bang, I'm pretty sure we went over this yesterday on the show. I'm pretty sure. Or maybe last night. I don't know. But this looked like it was going to pump on the 4-hour time frame. It had low stochastics curving in it. And boy, did it ever. It's still kind of, you almost can say like, I guess it still got slight bullish div, but it's not the worst. Man, this thing is, people see what's happening is when you're one of the first coins to pump and the market wakes up, you're the first coin that people start to FOMO into. And the FOMO gets pretty crazy. It gets pretty crazy. So, I mean, yeah, you're above 142 support, which is great. And all you want to do is see that hold. You know, if Bitcoin takes the pullback, Sui will too. They'll both meet the 21 and get ready for their next big move. 142 would be a great place for a bounce for Sui. Remember, we started buying at 90 cents. The low of it was 45. It's already up. Isn't that crazy? At 45 cents, basically at 180, you're up a 4x, which is, this is what can happen. You can 4x your money so fast here before you know it, right? It's just, but you gotta, you know, most people, I wouldn't buy them. Sometimes, I mean, me, if I really like the coin, the bottom's fine for me. But, you know, the next level up is also, I could just double down a little more, make the same amount. Again, so less at the perfect place, a little more at the next perfect place. All right. Good morning, Sam. Have a great day, brother. Shout out to Rudy, 007, man. God bless you, Rudy, man. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for being here. May God bless you, man. You replenish me with your words. Thank you. Sui and SEI tend to move together, right? Sol, Sui, and SEI, they all kind of, when the market starts to rip, they will rip together. They really will. It's just something that you'll start to see happening. I mean, look at the 3-day here, and it boomed. But I mean, very far away from the 21-day moving average tells me that we have to have some type of pullback. Let's take a look here at SEI. And SEI mooning right up to the, you know, again, I own SEI. I do own this. I like the layer ones. I think it's smart to own them. I think they're hot. right? I would own more. You know, I probably don't own enough. It's always the case. Again, getting above the 200 MA is an open season move, right? SEI got above the 200 MA and got a big move to the upside. Made basically the similar flag as SUI did, and then last night, look, SEI just got busy to the upside. Target for SEI, 51 cents. Thing looks crazy, right? So altcoins are on the move right now, as you can clearly see. And I clearly stated that I believe that alts had bottomed. 2 weeks ago, it'll be come up on, 2 weeks this Friday, right? Which will be my third macro analysis. Which, let's just jump on into Total 3 and talk about it. So I went over Total 3, and we said, you know, it's got to break out of this little flag to the upside. We want to see that happen. And so far, that's what happened, right? Bitcoin, you know, the altcoins did break out all the way to 600 billion, which is awesome. And so far, we're on our way out of this to the upside. We take a look at the weekly, and you can see the weekly, you know, I'm going to remove all this stuff for now here. But the weekly did a clear breakout so far, right? Like Bitcoin didn't do this. The weekly, in my humble opinion, clearly broke out of that trend line. Make it real apparent, right? You can just see, I mean, it's on the other side. I feel like it has more of a, like something more like that. Send this thing to 1.26. But that's a beautiful cup and handle. It had the hidden bullish divergence. The weekly looks really nice, pointing to the upside. I mean, that says we have, you know, like a few weeks of love at least to get back to resistance at 770. So once I saw that, I started longing more and more. I started putting more money into the market, specifically into altcoins. And, you know, I'm up pretty nicely right now. I'm being honest. I'm not trying to be rude. But all the things I bought are up huge. And, you know, again, was I lucky? I don't know. Right place, right time. And I shared my portfolio with everyone in the trading group, and I talk about it all the time, and I go over what happened and how it happened and why I'm doing what I'm doing. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Another guy saying dude should be taking his financial advice. You know, you got to look at the landscape of the market yourself, get your research, you know, get your education. Profit on my long shorting rejection of the daily 200 MA. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying too. Like, we, you know, look at that too, the dump there. If we lose the 200 on the 1 minute, we're probably going to take another dump. We keep seeming to bounce off 700 though. I don't know what it is. But to me, that's just like we lost it. It would have been a nice move. Lost that trend line. We're likely going to go for that 200 and then take a dump further down. Sam, I asked with the channel. I have no idea what he meant. First time hearing about SUI, was on here last week, up 11,000 and really needed the money. Thank you. God bless you and the family. I mean, is that real? Like, sometimes I'm like, is that real? People like, it seems like a shill comment. Now, and I'm not trying to call you a shill comment, but if I was on a channel, I'd be like, oh, that guy paid. Like, that's not, you know, that's like some random person. But hey, man, God bless you, brother. I'm happy I could lead you to your own educational move. Proper preparation plus consistent action equals luck. Amen. Sam, I sent you an email with the SAG. Thank you. Appreciate that. On top of that flag is the daily 200. Yeah. Is there an educational library in the Discord? There is, my friend. Exactly. Content directory. Yep. I realized I put more than leftover 5 years to in a SUI a couple weeks old for fun. Hey, man, it's all good. It happens. Wish it woulda, coulda, shoulda. Wish we could have done this and wish we could have done that. And the battle for the 1 minute 200 MA continues. And this is just ugly sauce right here. They've been just going up and down, up and down. Even on the 1 minute, I've been seeing, look, right here, chop, 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 chop. Even in the downward chop, upward chop. It's just been a nasty up and down price action type of day. As we prepare for the hurricane here in Florida, right? It's been one of those days where I feel like once I jump out, it'll pump. Once I hold, it'll die. It's like it's been one of those days, you know. Did a 100K spot buy or 10,000 to 200 leverage. Yeah. He said SUI. I don't think he said SEI, or maybe he did, but I think he said SUI. Yeah. SUI memes, love it. Look at that bounce right back up, man. The volatility today is insanity. You got to hold on to your sheets, bro. I'm up, I'm down, I'm down, I'm up. Yeah. SUI at 81, beautiful, man. Looking to get in, so choppy. SUI coin and ETH, man, will make millionaires. Luck is made by preparation. Amen. Yeah. You create your own luck, right? Amen. 100%. 100%. You create your own luck. I'm going to the gym. Have a safe day, friends. Shout out to Master Friend of the House. We love you. We appreciate you. I'm so happy you're going to the gym. When the market's lame, it's the best thing to do. SHIB is finally running. My luckiest was Injective at 171. Jasmine looking to bounce, but we're going to find some new coins and some new ideas here, and who knows going to bounce on in. So I always stay tuned to the education. That's where I find the gems, man. Oh, yeah, I told you XRP was nothing to get excited about. What's your Solana target this bull run? Like 750. I'd love it to go to 1,000, but I should safely bow out around 700 if I'm lucky to get there. Maybe keep a runner in at the end of the day. It's completely low. It doesn't, Bitcoin just battling this 200, not looking gravy for BTC. Total 3 still looking good. So the altcoins, maybe taking a little bit of market share. We're going to figure that out by looking at Bitcoin dominance and Tether dominance. All right. And you want to see Bitcoin dominance kind of pull back. If it's not pulling back, that means that altcoins aren't getting any love. So we got a little love here. And I said, man, can we get some alt season? And so far we are. We have the bearish divergence, and we're getting this slow pullback on the daily. I like it if we can continue one more shot, and the alts will have one more nice blast to the upside before it's business back to Bitcoin. All right. How do you feel about Injective? I own a good bag of it, and I really like it. And I feel like Injective can do numbers. It just reached that long-term, right, trend line there. And I see it just make it a flag, slap those moving averages on. Look for the daily to get kind of tight with that 21. This is what I'm looking like for everything. And then our next big leg up to the upside. Let's take a look at US Tether dominance. All right. Tether dominance, we want to see break this 200 MA. We want to see if it's below it. Yeah, right there on the 8-hour, it just lost its 200. We'd like to see that continue to the downside. We want to see this drop and go lower. So even though it's like a downward flag, we like that to flag out this way and just continue to dump down. This would enhance the move. So you'd have Bitcoin dominance dumping and Tether dominance dumping. What could be pumping? Altcoins. You see? It's setting up for some type of altcoin, at least 5 or 6, 7, not a lot, but at least 5, 6, 7, 8 days of some altcoin love. That's what I'm looking at. So when everyone tells you they know where altcoin season is or what's happening to altcoin season, listen, I'm a probability guy. My charts in the systems I use, I put them on any chart around the world, and I can tell the probability. I was able to tell the S&P bounce both Octobers. I gave you guys the S&P call not too long ago, right? And we're going to talk about that and show you in a second. So I've been kind of just breaking it down day by day, every single day for years now on live streaming. And I'm showing you how the probabilities play out. I use the same probabilities here on the dominance charts, and they tell you what's likely going to happen. It's amazing. Like, just assess this simply. Like, I'm not trying to, everyone's like, oh, here he's talking about himself. I'm really not. I'm talking about how you can figure out yourself. It's about you and not about me. It's about who you yourself can figure out how to use the charts to your advantage. Bitcoin dominance and Tether dominance. Bitcoin dominance is about to pump hard, and Tether dominance is about to dump. And what's going to happen? I mean, it looks like Bitcoin's going to rip. If Bitcoin's going to dump and Tether dominance is going to dump, but the market looks somewhat more bullish, it means the altcoins are going to rip. They can also dump when the whole market dumps. And people are rushing out of their altcoins, and they'd rather lose less in Bitcoin, and they rush into Tether. So they both kind of dump together. That's also a bear. It can be bearish, but it can also be a good sign. So right now we're getting the pullback, and you can see altcoins already surged a little bit. And then we have the cup and handle on total 3. So the piece of the puzzle is total 3. So what you do is you look at Bitcoin, you look at total 3, then you look at Tether dominance and Bitcoin dominance. Those 4 charts and you assess them each for 10, 50 minutes apiece to put some really good work into them, you'll have a high probability of where the market's going to go. And you'll be pretty spot on. And so, or where the money's going to flow. Like today, this is telling me, unless this gets a bounce and we break the 200 MA quickly, which it doesn't look like likely, we're below them on other time frames too, we're likely going to get a bounce in the altcoins. Okay. Understood. I hope people understand this concept because it's so key. Back to 63.8, man, and I'm telling you, I've been holding this long, tight. And like, wow, like look at the double bottom off the 200 MA. That's a clean double bottom if I've ever seen it. This is insane. Now that's got a measured move to the upside 68% of the time. That's going to rip up. Honestly, today may get unboring. It's Wednesday, my favorite day to trade, so I always take the day and go at it. And so look, this looks like we could still rip up here to the upside for Bitcoin. Brewing, man. And now you can see they're building a little bit, they're building that liquidity again. Something's happening. They want 65,000 and they want it now, baby. Imagine we go to 65K today and I win like a G or two. Looks like it could possibly happen. You never know. But if I was Sally and I was afraid, I would have sold for a $300 loss a few times now. But I'm just kind of, you know, I'm babying this trade so I can get my daily win and move on with my day. Don't play me, 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 don't play me. And he play me, play me, play me, play me, play me, play me. Don't play me, 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 don't play me. Sorry. It gets addicting though. Try it. Don't play me, 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 don't play me. Can you do it? AITECH just gained 12-hour 200 MA. Solidus AITECH. Look at the 8-hour got above. Broke up. That means it broke long time support when it breaks that. Last time it broke the 8-hour, had the pump, comes back down, and then it's gone. So yeah, it just breached above the 12-hour. What you want to look for now, though, is consolidation to the 21-day moving average. You could pick any time frame you want to do this on, and you could stick to it for a long period of time. I like to go back and forth between the day, you know, like I do, but eventually I'll settle on one for a moment in time. I really like the 8-hour, but, you know, it's been used up. I want to see the 12-hour make a flag here. This is a pretty good... Stay above the 200, have the 21. Remember, we do this on the 1 minute almost every day on Bitcoin. This is just an, you know, that's an accelerated version of this exact model on a smaller time frame. Understand here. Does everyone understand? Put a 444 in the comment, which I don't always ask for, but put a 444 if you understand how the smaller time frames lead to the bigger ones lead to the smaller ones. They're all kind of combined, right? How you can learn a lot from trading the 1 minute. And then you can understand how to kind of connect that to the weekly. If you're confused, who is confused? Put a 1010 if you're confused. Put a 1010 if you're confused and you have no idea what I'm talking about. And if you do, that's good. I want to know because I want to see how many people we gotta convert and to make them understand what's happening. Okay. I like it. I like it. We have a bunch of people that are new. They need to understand. So basically, when you're trading, you want to make sure that the bigger time frames are kind of holding the smaller time frames. They're kind of like safety nets, really. And when things are really nice and safe, you get ready to go. I love the honesty here. I like all these 1010s. I didn't think I was going to get that many too. I thought people would just be like, nah. So time frames, baby. And look, Bitcoin getting the pump into the red here, and they're liquidating shorts hard body into the 900 now. I mean, this is the pump is magnanimous here. And we got a bounce off the 200 MA. And again, just crossing the 200 and buying the bounces. Yesterday, I bought the bounce, and it was the perfect buy. Like, I bought the exact moment that we would continue to moon. It was pretty crazy. Right here somewhere, 924. I'm not trying to, like, you know. Where the heck was it? Anyway, I believe it was right there. Yeah, it was right. We came down, boom. I got in on the bounce. We were gone. Oh, no, right. No, yeah, right there. I feel like it was cleaner than that. I think it was this one. No, it was this one right here. Sorry, it was that one right there. It was just so beautiful. It was one of my best buys ever. And I have it on record with the timestamp and all that. So I can produce all that, no BS. And I showed my trading group. I was like, I'm getting long here. And next thing you know, we went on a moon mission yesterday to the upside. And then you sell the local top, like simply when you're, overbought and away for the 21 on the 15, and came back down, made another flag. We got in there, we took that one, and then we were done for the day. It was like, wow. It seemed unreal, So back to watching price action on the 1 minute time frame, and we're finally getting a bit of a short squeeze here to the upside. It looks like things may get busy. Shout out to the new subscribers, anyone that jumps on our way to 80,000 subs. I really appreciate that. You people are boss and the best. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. Shout out to the 1,608 people here on the live, 488 likes, $36. And some people are getting a little boarded out of the market again. Yet, there's pumpage coming. There's altcoins doing damage. There's things happening in the market that we haven't seen in a long time. So, and I'm always inclined to re-enter that market hard body, right? So, to all the new people here, we trade here on MEXC, all right? If you want to trade leverage, I would highly suggest you use a demo account. They have a really nice one here. If you go up to the top and you go to demo trading, and the same here on WEEX, and wherever you go, I made majority of my money trading spot, figuring out how to trade, getting into educational groups, watching videos, and understanding the lingo. I've compiled a great place for you to learn it all together, so you don't have to search the internet like I did, and you can really see what's happening on a daily basis. My trading group will get you going, get you on the speed of light. I charge $99 just like an Uber. An Uber gets you there faster, right, than if you had to walk, so they charge you money. I'm going to get you there way faster, so I charge you a little bit of money because it's going to save you money. And also, it's going to commit you to the group. I used to charge less to the group, and we had people of a lesser quality in the group. I have to be honest. Not to be rude to anybody. And to people that can't get in and disadvantaged and stuff like that, we do help people out. I'm always helping someone or throwing someone in the group, and we do a bunch of stuff like that to help people grow and learn. So, but God bless everybody here. We appreciate you and we love you. And if you stay committed as much as I am on a 7-day-a-week process, as long as you rest, and I do rest, I take my naps, I take my time. Everyone's like, he's a workaholic, and I do work a lot. Like yesterday was a crazy day. I did two one-on-ones on top of all the other things that I'm doing. But it is what it is. We got to prepare for the hurricane today a little bit. So it means I got to put furniture in places and do some stuff that I normally don't have to do. But that's fine. It will be fun. I'll look at it as an experience of a lifetime, right? Watching this new little flag here, just subconsciously made it without even thinking I made it. Just sitting here talking to y'all. Looking for this move further to the upside, possibly to 64,115 for BTC. And remember, there's still 65K too. Do we go to 65? And I battled it. I cannot believe I didn't sell out there, but we'll see what happens. I can't wait to post that win, just because it'll show the steadfastness, the patience, and the time it takes to really truly win you don't win every trade immediately, but you can win almost every trade if you keep a calm and cool head. The chef said, Sam, your trading group and the daily streams have been such a great help for me recently. Thank you for turning up each and every day. Hey, may God bless you, man. People tell me it's more than a membership, it's a member rocket ship. I love that. That's amazing. A member rocket ship. A membership. Oh, Jamie. What do we do? What do we do with Jamie? Shot. Let's see this long shoot up. Yeah. Helen is now officially a hurricane and expected to intense rapidly before reaching Florida. Stay safe, brother. Anyone else in the way? Shout out to Jay Baker 17. We love you. Everybody hit the likes and sub. Thank you. Appreciate that. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to be uplifted every single day. Push yourself to the limit and be around someone that loves you. I just bought some spot alts. Prepare for the dump, y'all. Thanks, man. Appreciate you for telling us. Stop buying alts, and if you're gonna jinx us, just leave those. Leave those alts alone. Hey, you. Leave our alts alone. I mean, everything taking a bit of a move to the upside. I like what I'm seeing here. AERGO. And again, the tight moving average is the pump up to the 200. Like, this one hasn't done it. So you'd be looking for this to make the pump. It's only a matter of time, and it'll probably take it to the next resistance. And once it gets above that resistance, it's pretty much gone. Looking for this thing to kind of skyrocket back all the way up to like 16 possibly. So, and it has a bit of a double bottom going, right? And so, and I see this pumping up to the 200 MA, closing the gap, right? These are what I call faith trades. Like, I get in them and I hold them until it happens. Now, the odds of you losing are less likely because they're just like, you know, it would have to basically go lower than it's ever been before, or closer in this cycle, really. So, again, I can't guarantee anything to happen, but it's less likely. This is a lower risk trade in a way, even though it seems higher risk, based off buying closer to undervalued areas, right? Now, you could wait for the Stokes to be low. That was actually the perfect time, of course, but the key is I see over time this making that move up to the 200 MA, you know, and you just kind of look for that. OCTA did break out of that. I remember someone asked me about this one day, and we talked about it. Did break out, broke the 200 MA, and honestly, still holding that key level now. Be cool if it just kind of continued to pump. I don't hold this coin. I never traded it, OCTA, but I know it, and I've talked about it before, and I've looked at it many times. Tells me something. Someday I would like to trade it. So I'd like to get it. It kind of looks like an Adam and Eve double top that could dump, but because it's above the 200 MA and we're low on the Stokes, I would suggest a bounce here, and this thing might get tight, and then get ready for a bigger move. Right? OCTA inverted head and shoulders. It's funny, I didn't even see you talk about OCTA. I just brought it up, and I think he sees this too, which I'm on board with. The shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder to the upside. This thing looks like it's about to moon. I'm with you, man. It might have to consolidate a little bit, but OCTA to the upside, man. You see what I see, and I didn't even look at your super chat. I just was looking down and I saw the word OCTA, and I know I traded it before, and I was like, let me give them a nice one. Something that I'm seeing, you know. So whenever I see something, I'm sharing my knowledge. And I feel like I got good knowledge to share, and I know there's a good probability behind that knowledge, so. All right. Mind looking at Wolf. TA was a fad 20 years ago. I'm still doing it, so I don't know how that's possible. I'm just joking. You know what I mean? But it can't be a fad if it's going on this long for me personally. Right? That's just impossible. Yeah, it also has a bigger inverted head and shoulder idea there for OCTA, so definitely something to keep on our radar. It's definitely something to pay attention to is OCTA. All right. And let's keep that chat pumping. TA may be a fad, but stupidity is timeless. Amen. 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 Okay, let's start a poll here. All right. Which alt is the best? I want to test the crowd here, see what you guys think. See how you feel about certain altcoins. We got SEI on board. Sui's too easy, so I can't do Sui because it's pumping. Everyone will say it's the best. We got Caspa, right? And we have, what's another hot beaner in the game? FET, right? SEI, Caspa, or FET. And I'm starting that poll. Which alt is the best to you? Let me know. And you guys say Myro, we got Caspa, but put it here into the actual poll here. Let me know how you feel. Everyone, it looks like we're about to go into the $64,000 range. I mean, this is crazy. I may not end up losing. I may end up pumping all the way through to the upside. Only time will tell. It's 11:10 here, 9:25 as we're getting through all the way to the upside. Can we make it through this hurricane the same way we're making it through today, baby? To the upside, man, to the upside. Shout out to everybody here. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being blessed enough to support me and love me and to show up to the live stream and get that education, right? Even, you know what, I'd rather you don't even care. You know, I love that people care about me. Don't get it wrong. I don't want to be rude. But today, Jim Rohn's lecture was about nobody cares about you. You know, nobody cares. Tonight, when you guys are going to bed, are you going to brush my teeth? No, you're going to be brushing your teeth, making sure your teeth look good, right? I'm not saying you don't care about me, but at the end of the day, your full care goes into oneself. And so when you live for others, you live a life that's kind of empty and unfulfilling. And you say, well, does that mean you're supposed to be not caring about? No. Not caring about others and completely, no. That doesn't mean you don't care about others and you live a callous life. It just means you set personal goals. You attend to, your level that you would like to live at. And you don't kind of compare yourself to others. And you don't make decisions based on what other people think about you. Like kids, the parents don't want them to do things, so they don't do them. They don't want them to be, they got to be a lawyer, they got to be a doctor, they can't be an artist. So then they don't do their beautiful art, God-given right? It's called, while digital currency is live, it's called UNIT, United New International Trade. And it is a wholesale government private sector central bank blockchain asset backed by 40% gold and 60% member fiat. Wow, that's crazy. That's big news. That's really, really big news. And hold on, let me, I love the new AIs here because you just Google something now and you get kind of everything you need. So this looks like a lie. He said, based on recent developments, it appears BRICS nations have not launched a single unified digital currency called UNIT. Instead, the group is focused on creating a blockchain-based payment system for transactions. I mean, maybe you're right, though. Maybe today, this could be old. I don't know. I'm willing to believe you. That's why I get the news from my stream, not from the news. Right from the hot press, right off the press with each and every one of you. But we'll stay tuned. Jamie will fine-tune that and tell me if it's true or not. Mass adoption. I told my husband to learn how to code blockchain financial. But you don't want to learn how to code, but you told him to do it. I'm just messing around. But it does sound kind of like, hey, why don't you sit in front of a screen and press buttons all day? All right. Yeah, untrue. I looked it up as untrue as well. Thank you, Jamie. Yeah, we debunked the nonsense here very, very fast. All right. So if you fell for that trap and you believed it, I'm sorry. Bitcoin just pumped out of this exact flag. It was like in a downward move yesterday, and then next thing you know, it was out of control. I could see this move continuing to the upside possibly, right? And almost, 1177 there is pretty cool too as well. So the one thing that we're looking at is VANRY. And funny, I brought this up yesterday. Look, 1177. It's pretty interesting if you think about it. And can it get this move here? Get the move up, bounce, right? And bang, right? We'll go up to 15. Funny, man, that 1177, that's just strange. My first girlfriend used to text me 711. I don't know why, on a little pager. It's just, shout out to Megan. I won't say her last name, but shout out to Megan. She'll probably never see this or hear it, right? My wife's like, who's Megan? I'm like, oh, God. It was my high school sweetheart, man. Good morning, how we dated for 4 years, man. I lost my virginity when I was basically 13, or maybe a month before I was 13. I think I was 12. I'm so sorry, I shouldn't say that, but it's true, man. It's I was a young one. And what Bitcoin's next move? My short last round trip almost back at my entry. Yeah, man, I stayed long, man. And my long is almost back to my dump. See, so I was in a long that's dumping. Okay. And I was down like 300, 350. Now I'm only down like $100, and it just keeps coming. It just keeps getting better for me. So I went over the charts. You got to watch the beginning of the episode because I really but I'm seeing the 1 hour reverse back to the top of the pattern. You see this? I'm seeing the 1 hour pump, and then if it makes the target, it goes to 65. We also have this eerie bar of liquidity up here at 64.8 that just came in, and I believe they're gonna. Again, it's what I believe, so who knows? That's usually it doesn't matter what, but it's looking to me that they're gonna take the liquidity from the bottom and swing it to the top, and then go after the shorts. So I'm staying long. And honestly, there was many times in this long where I thought I was out of my mind and I should never be in the long. And I emotionally thought I should get out of it numerous times. And I almost bailed out a few times. And I still stay in it. So, yeah, so I'm just this kind of like, look, man, CryptoFace does this for a living. He has an amazing software that he developed. And even he round-tripped his short. You know, I just want people to know here that, like, no one is 100% at trading. Nobody. Not me, not. You know, so whenever you lose, like, you're comparing yourself to what? To the best that ever happened that never did happen. You know? Find your wins. You know what I mean? Make sure you win more than you lose over time. That's it. That is it. That is the key to being amazing, man. And most people can't do that. Most people will lose enough to lose the market and never come back. If you're stable, if you're able to actually keep the portfolio alive and keep it moving, you're doing what 95%, probably even more, of people can't do. So, the only person you compare yourself to is the person you desire to be. Amen. If you don't take trade, it's 100% win rate. Yeah, right. No, it's not. If you don't take the trade, it's 100% nothing. It's a zero burger. I don't like that line the most because you got to take the trade or there's nothing happening. It's like you got to get out of bed. You got to go outside and network and meet people, or you got no network. Someone asked about a meme on base, only because it's on base. All right, we'll take a look at it. It's called Moxie on base, but be very careful, please. I don't condone it. Moxie on base. I mean, no lock liquidity, 2.3 mil. If this is the right one, I'm out immediately. Here's Moxie here on Arrow. Looks like the same one, yeah. I don't see the lock liquidity sign, and it looks like a rug, so I'm out. Yeah, don't do that ever again on this channel or you're gone. What's his name? Who's that? Right. Find out who was that? No, no, but seriously, like, the daily looks like a short. Just found out about CryptoFace, heard about Sammy first, but them both. They both have so much passion and respect for the game. Amen. I love how more and more people are learning about cryptocurrency. So every single day we put crypto on the map. So CryptoFace helps me because his name is CryptoFace. I help him because my name's Crypto Lifer. Like, you see what I mean? Like, my live streams every single day help the entire industry. So it's kind of like, it's a coin you get paid on Forecaster. Oh, interesting. It's the coin you get paid on Moxie coin. Man, people must be dumping the heck out of that thing. That makes sense, though, because you get it for free and people just want to keep dumping it. That would make kind of sense to me. All right. Let's talk about this here. Don't need anything, just showing love back to you, Mr. Priceless. Shout out to Craw Billies for the $5 super chat. Thank you. Octa Inverted Head Shoulder Crypto Moto. And we have Corey Tweedy. Can you please take a look at LRTC? LRT. Can you take a look at LRT? The chart is looking very bottom. I would like your opinion. Okay, thank you. And this, he says, proper preparation plus consistent action equals luck. We create on luck. And then, good morning, Sam. Have a great day, brother, from Rudy. Love is love to all you beautiful people. You people are absolutely amazing. Make sure I hit the lifer button, and you have to hit the lifer button, and I have to hit the like, right? I make sure that I got all that highlighted and done. Man, blessings on blessings to anyone that gave on the channel today. That's super nice of y'all. You did not have to do that, and you did anyway. So, yeah, so I'm looking for the 1 hour to reverse back to the top of the pattern here. This was the trade. Stop loss can be moved to break even at one point if this continues to pump. And if it can fall through 65,250 possibly to the upside, we know we got resistance at 63.8, but we've broken through that a few times now, and we keep going back to the nines. So dress to the nines, baby, dress to the nines. I always stay dressed to the nines. So I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin at 63,900, and I'm gonna stay long and see what happens of this. Now, what would make me short? Well, if the 1 minute lost the 200 MA drastically, but so far we've been making this strange. I mean, this is an oddball. It's like the second or third time we made one of these on the smaller time frames too recently. Pretty oddball type of stuff going on here. I almost say a shoulder ahead and some right shoulders. I don't know. To make sense of this, I would swing this like this and be like, all right, are you making a better pattern that we can make sense of later? Are you making a falling wedge that you're just going to destroy the game? Back to the Twisted Sister. Always learning, always watching, always molding price action. Attempting not to get caught off guard here. Could be a shoulder. Look at this too. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, dumpage. Loses the 200, takes a massive move down. The daily says the short. I've been saying that for a long time, but it's just like, why hasn't it gone down yet? What's going on, right? So let's take a look at what people said here. We have 491 votes. What's the best, SEI, Caspa, or FET? And we have a lot of Caspa fans here holding it above Fetch, which is Fetch AI, you know, ASI now, really. It's not just your knowledge, Sam, but it's your sincerity and honesty. You're an awesome, and God bless you. Amen. Thank you, man. Liver, there's an amazing community coin called called Market Cap, but the community behind it is great. 100% convinced, even as a Discord for TA education. Well, I hope it does well, man. Hey, Sam, what do you have any opinion on Hex and Pulse Chain? I mean, we saw that Hex could make a bit of a bounce. We'll take a look at Hex in a minute. I like Hex because they're very unique, you know, compared to the rest of the market. VANRY looks interesting. I like it compared to, you know, what I'm used to recently. This setup looks like we can get a break. I'd set alerts on VANRY and add that to the list of coins that we're looking at. You can see how more and more altcoins are getting circulated through the trading group now, right? That altcoin list is starting to heat up. VANRY, right? And let's see, I just want to see cross-reference. Like, do we have VANRY over there? They got VANRY. They got it right here too. So, you know, if it's on MaxC, it looks like they got it over here on WEEX. So, you know, not many don't cross over. I bought 5 suits because of you and I feel great in them. Can you look at DEDI on tap tools, please? 5 suits, man. You're the man, dude. That's awesome. Can you look at DEDI on tap tools? Yeah, and what is tap tools, everybody? Tap tools is where you go, all right, to get your Cardano information for your Cardano coins. You know, if you're, it's like DEX tools for Cardano, okay, on the Cardano blockchain. Tappy tools, tappy toopy tippy tappy too, tappy tap 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 tappy, tap tap tappy. Just tap it in, just tap it in. Why don't you go to your home? You're too good for your home? I'm looking for like where to search for the coin. And I can't even see where to go. Maybe it comes up here. What was it called? DEDI, right? Yeah, there it is. In his D pin. So you can see it was flat for a long time. Now we're going to kind of zoom into price action here. I mean, that looks like a beautiful flag about to break out, right? Like, that's on the verge of a breakout. Now, I don't know anything about this coin. I don't hold it. But I'm getting FOMO for sure right now. Could see 41% gains out of DEDI, right? And these trade just like you know, a regular altcoin. I mean, they're meme. Not, I shouldn't say that they're memes, but I've seen the TA play out very nicely, regardless of if it's a meme or not. So that's why I stick to my TA. It keeps me from like, I don't get too trivial on anything else. I just kind of watch the technical analysis. Very nerdy. I like it when I'm at like the crypto parties though, with the influencers and stuff, right? Because everyone's like, they whisper if they see me, like, there's the TA guy. Like, I don't know. It's like there's something very respectful and honorable about being the guy that like does technical analysis. Like, you're at that crypto party, you're dressed nice, and everyone's kind of talking, and like, you know, you're not an influencer. You don't like, you know, you have a few sponsors, you do your thing, but everyone knows you as an educator and as a guy that nails the charts. Like, it's, I don't know, man. It was pretty awesome going to Bitcoin conference and you know, because for years I was just a regular dude. You have to remember, 4 or 5 years ago, I wasn't this dude. Like, outside of myself, you know, in my head, I was the charter guy, but no one knew me like that way. Anyway, life is rewarding when you go after your dreams, everybody. It's about you and your dreams. I sometimes will take the story to myself because I don't know any other reference, but it's about you and your dreams. And I'm telling you, there's no better feeling than going after your dreams and just being a boss of what you are. And if you're going to do something, do it every day. Go after it. Make it happen. Make it happen. You know what I mean? Don't just wait for it to happen. Make it happen. Be in charge. Be in charge. You're the one that can create or break your life. You know, you're the hero. You're the victim. You can become the victor, or you can become evicted. All right? Yeah. I am freaking, man, in my head, and no one else knows. Shout out to Josiah Jelowick. We love you, man. 5 Minute looks to want to go above the 200, or are only my nerves? Turn your memes into dreams, not your dreams into memes. You're funny, man. You're funny. Man. So, all right. One thing we want to look at now, right? We want to look at the DXY. I want to see how the dollar's doing, man. We talked about in this flag that wanted to go further to the downside. A little bit of bearish divergence starting to form, but it's just, you know, definitely lackluster. And I like to see this just kind of make some type of bear flag and then continue on its way further to the downside. So we'll watch the DXY closely. If you ever see it back above 101.76, no. We want to see this continue down and continue to trend lower. Once it breaks the 100, that's psychological. It's going to be a pretty big deal. Okay? It's going to be a pretty big deal. We're going to throw gold in there at these all-time highs, and you got to love it. And, you know, I called it. Remember, I talked about this being a parabolic move to the upside. Came up, we drew the flag, we drew the pole to the flag and said gold's likely going to $2,700 an ounce. And there it is at $26.50. I never saw this the other day, baby. But gold's soaring. I finally 3x my gold buy from 2010, I think it was. It was a long time ago. $960 I bought gold at. $860 was the cheapest I ever bought a bar of gold. And it was a long time ago. If I look at it on the weekly. And it's funny, man, because we used to draw this on the channel, even like a couple years back. You can find me on some, you know, you hit the timestamp. And I'm drawing this like cup and handle, and I'm like, gold's in a cup and handle, like, you know. I said, that tells me it's on the way to like, the cup and handle is amazing. It says it's going to go to like, you know, $28,900, $3,000 by somewhere by April of, you know, February of 2026 or something. Wait, hold on. It's moving so fast, you would have to say no. The way they're printing money, it's more like on this road, it looks like by May of 2025, it would be at $3,000 an ounce, and maybe quicker than that. Again, I don't want to be that. Whenever I'm on the weekly, I'm usually a little neater for you guys. But I just wanted to keep this out here on the daily too. And again, you'll come back to the 21. You'll pump. Back to the 21, pump back to the 21, back to the... I use moving averages to know when it's time to get in and out of trades. Whenever the trade is extended and things aren't going well, I use the 21-day moving average to understand what I want to do to the trade. All right? Now, again, the bigger the time frame, the more weight I put on it, the smaller the time frame, I may be able to weather the storm. But if I'm scalping and I'm away for the 21, I am out of that trade immediately. You know? Same thing if I'm logging, you know, and I want to get into a long, and I see that we're really far away from the 21, I gotta wait. I gotta flag it out and wait for price to get closer. I may miss a pump. Sometimes it happens, but most likely I'm gonna get into the lower valued area by using the moving averages to my advantage. And this is the key that a lot of people don't have, because they don't have control over emotions. They're just kind of chasing. I have a system that keeps me in line, tells me what to do, kind of helps me formulate a strategy. Okay. Such true and good advice. So motivated to keep on doing no matter what the obstacles. Thank you, Sam. Everybody, I hit so many obstacles in my life. Everyone that you look up to that you think is great, if you think I'm a mentor type of person, or if you just come for the live, I don't know. Some people really look up to me, though. I had a one-on-one with someone yesterday. He broke my heart, told me how much I had changed his life, and it really, like, you know, people pay, you know, an hourly rate to hang out and tell me how much I've helped them, and, like, they're like, these are the most giving people I've ever met in my stream. I've definitely attracted some of the greatest, nicest people on earth in this live stream, so I appreciate you all. You guys keep me kicking, you guys and girls, because there's ladies and gentlemen in here, but all you together really work your magic to make this an amazing place. It would just be me talking to myself, let's be honest. And as good as that would be, I mean, I could run a podcast or something, and, you know, but it's the interaction on the stream, it's the constant chat, it's the movement, it's the behavior, it's your intellect and your want to be inside. You know, you guys really want to understand what's happening inside these charts, right? Your want to be inside the charts is what I wanted to say. But Fat Conglomerate just bought, kudos out. Great move for Fat. They needed that server space. Interesting. Lifer Live a day keeps the bad things away. Stay safe through the hurricane. May God bless you, your family, and everyone else in Florida. Peace and love from Belgium. Yeah, and maybe we make it through the hurricane unscathed no matter what. I do have a generator, so I should be fine. I got a big old generator, so yeah, thing is huge, baby, huge. All right. So gold making some gains. Let's take a look at the S&P futures. ES1 on the S&P. And remember when I discussed that they were going to print money to zero, I talked about getting into the market right here with a stop loss right there. You can move that stop loss to break even at this point and ride this thing to the upside. I went over this over and over and over again. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets one more big pump and it makes this flag, and then that flag really is the winner. And then we get the big rally into October, okay? But it seems like a bunch of money is getting printed. Something is happening here right before the election. They always do it too, so get ready. Here we come for a massive move to the upside. All right. Thanks, Gary. I'm next to you. Did you put storm shutters up or no? Are you really next to me? Thanks, Gary. I'm next to you. Is that real? Are you really next to me? Thanks, Gary. Prove that you're next to me. Thanks, Gary. Prove that you're next to me. I don't believe it. I don't believe. Which house? Which house? What color is your house? What, you know what I mean? No way you live next to me. Thanks, Gary. Maybe you do. I don't know anymore, man. LOL in Sarasota. Oh, okay. You live next to me. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Like in the next development. I'm like, you live next to my house? In America, TIA in a cup and handle on the 15-minute and the 1 hour. TIA has been hot right now. I own a boatload of it too. I own TIA. I own Injective. I got a whole little bag of all these little, you know, cookie cutter coins that I liked on Atom. I mean, I see once this thing breaks the 739 level, I see a big move coming for sure. It will take its time, but the daily, you know, may need to reset again. It's a little far away from the 21-day moving average. You know, I see you're seeing this kind of cup and handle here. I see a bigger channel. I see a pretty big channel there. Almost a bit of a flag though on the smaller time frame. Bitcoin back to getting battered again, back to 63.6, and you know the daily looks horrible. In my humble opinion, the daily looks like it wants to tank. Here we are. We did lose the 200 MA on the 1 minute, which is a bearish sign for me. Everything was going well. Looked like we could complete this move. We didn't hold the trend line. We made the shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. As you know, you see that? Had we not, we could have bounced, right? We still may bounce. You never know, but for the most part, it looks pretty bearish, right? And if you close this 1 minute candle below the 200, it's going to be bearish. And usually there's more downside after that. But lately, every time they brought it down, they brought it right back up. They've been really going after the price action It's kind of been acting like a Friday or a Thursday, right? It takes a lifer to know a lifer. A lifer, can you check out OLAS? Coming in late, what's the latest with Bitcoin? Have you bought back into Velo, Sammy? No, I still have not bought back into Velo. I may never do. Yeah. I know, False Move Monday. I mean, this is crazy today. Look at this. Look at the price action on a Wednesday. Look at this. This is just complete. Drive you absolutely insane and up a wall, right? For sure. Look, back above the 200 now. Every time I don't sell, every time I go down, I'm like, I'm going to sell. But every time I don't sell, I'm like, yeah, don't sell yet. And then I'm like, okay. I still see this 1 hour making a move back to the top of the channel. And I'm sticking to that. I'm sticking to it. See, like, I've learned the smaller time frames are pretty garbage recently. Like, besides my 1 minute 200 and the 5 minute 200 MA, I've been kind of just letting them do their thing and just trusting in the bigger time frame. I'm just sitting on this 1 minute, the 1 hour will go higher to the top of the channel. And it's pattern trading. Bottom, top, bottom, top. We're going to hit that bottom. We're going to hit that top of that pattern very likely. Right? The 4 hours seemed to lose its strength lately. Had to move up to higher time frames. Yeah. Good evening, boss. What are your thoughts on NEAR right now? I'm holding for a long term. I didn't even sell when it climbed to $8 back in March. It's funny. I got into NEAR at $1. And I sold it at $7, right? And I haven't gotten back in since. TIA does look interesting on that 15 minute. And if Bitcoin gets the move of the 1 hour time frame, the altcoins are going to get a pump. And that dominance, right? So as unlikely as it looks, and there's some bearishness in the air, I could see TIA make a pump up to 826. I mean, that would be a 30% gain from the $6. And like, you may never get $6 TIA again. Is it about to cross a 4 hour 200 MA? It already did that. The daily, wow, it did that. Where's the daily? So yeah, it's headed to the 200 MA here. It's one of those tight moving averages, pumps up to the 200. Once it wraps that, it's gone. After the first lower high and the rounded bottom, and you start headed towards the daily 200 MA, it's usually your last few lower prices were there at $4. That was it. It's already up again at 633. Look at that, 33. TIA, right? And I still have some capital to deploy too, as well. And today was good for altcoins, man. Look at this, up 12,000 on today's P&L, up 12,755. I mean, that's all. Look at the 777s. 777, 7777. So crazy. But anyway, what a beautiful day it is to be alive, right? Ondo ripping. Naka back up pretty big. Naka getting some love. Bitcoin doing, you know, hanging in there. Arkham getting that pump. AITECH getting the love. Like, Sui moving. Like, I don't have a coin that's not just booming. And I love seeing this. This is awesome. Yeah, this is a pretty, last, again, we could get one more move, but this is, to me, is like some of the last prices here, anywhere between $4 and $6. I guess I'd have to say anything below $7 is an absolute steal for TIA. And where does it go? I mean, it's a staking protocol. People like it. Back to 2025, and from here, it's a 4X. So that's a pretty penny there. But you guys got to do whatever makes you happy. Immutable X tends to move with Illuvium. If you see Illuvium moving, Immutable X is going to start taking a bit of a move too. All right. So look, everything had this bottom in the inverted head and shoulder head, right? And they broke their previous resistances, just away from those daily 21s. I see one more flag. And 90% of coins look just like this. So find your coin. Flag out your daily. Either, start DCing into the flag. Wait for it to come to the 21 to buy. Do whatever makes you happy. But this is how 90% of the market looks. And some could swing trade and wait for a candle to break above the daily 200 MA. But once this 21 comes and the 200, and then you're going to get the cross, and boom, this thing will be gone. And you'll be like, but I was just, in one pump there, a couple more pumps, and it doesn't take, it's really weird how it doesn't take that long to recover what it lost. Next thing you know, you're back at 3.6 Immutable X. I think there's better out there considering the returns, but you never know. All right, that's just me. Yeah. Sweet Phantom and AVAX. I mean, you can't beat that trio. Phantom getting tongue Sonic, right? Is going to become Sonic at one point. So last time we talked about Phantom, I saw it kind of, in this idea, right? We gave it the old Twisted Sister. Let's see what happened. Really did a very strange double top, if you ask me. Right? And you could almost say, you almost have to admit that it dipped. And I'm the king of like the strange pattern inside the pattern that you can't see. And so if that were to take a little bit of a bounce, I don't know why I stutter. But if that can get a bit of a bounce, it could make some moves. But it does look like cat ear double bottom, right? But I mean, I'm more bullish on altcoins, so I wouldn't be surprised if it went more sideways as it reset on the 4-hour time frame. See, Bitcoin back to 63,800. I'm telling you, there's something weird going on with it today. This movement is some calibration between Bitcoin and alts and Ether. Bitcoin will make a big move, then watch ETH right after. Yeah, right now we got Bitcoin feeding into the altcoins. Altcoins getting the love, and we're seeing a lot of money pour into the altcoins yet again throughout the day. So. Like Treehouse was a big winner in the last, that people seem to like. It broke its 4-hour. And you can see, look, tight moving averages with the daily. Eventually, it's going to pump up through that gap to the daily 200 MA. You're going to see this throughout the entire market. This one's below the daily 200, right? It just needs to make the flag before it can break. Really, you name it, we're working on it. And so I'm going to have an exclusive list inside the trading group. We're going to be working on everything we can find, and it's altcoin you don't even know. It's like elves in a workshop for Santa, but all we do is them alts, man. And we got 1,000 or more eyes on it. We got elite traders. We got me. We got a leader who shows up every single day without a day off. I mean, that's elite. And we got a group of people that really want to win. So if you want to be around the best, I highly suggest you join. But again, if you want to be around the rest, then do what you want. But I have to be honest, man. I think my services are the best. I have to say. Not putting anyone down, but I believe in myself more than anyone else in this game. Rio looking pretty cool in the side of the flag. Wait for that 21 to touch, and that thing could get busy too. Rio was just sitting at 50, and it bounced up to 118, a double up. And then next thing you know, it can only double when it goes to back to that high again. It's like the money is made at the lows. And that's why I buy the fear. When the fear ingredient index got into this shady region, it was the time to buy certain altcoins, add, adjust. All right. There's a time to tether up, the time to wait, a time to deploy. Okay. And I've been saying for the last 2 weeks, ever since I talked about us being the beginning of altcoin season, before all these coins pump, before SUI and all that, you can see me here on the weekly. I mean, this is insanity, but this is why my channel is awesome. Come to the channel, watch my videos. I do a macro weekly analysis. So not last week, this Friday. Not even the week before, I don't think. This could have been the week. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. And we go to total 3 here. And let's just see what I say. Let's just see what I say 2 weeks ago. And closer to where its bottom was, right? We had this beautiful bottom. The altcoins erupted. Ever since, basically April Fool's Day, April 1st, we've been on a massive dump to the downside. It was April Fool's Day, if you can believe it. And we've pulled back ever since. Usually there's a bigger move coming after a pullback. And you would suggest it. I like that, you're in this long-term flag here and very oversold with bullish divergence on the weekly. It does suggest that you're going to get a flip eventually here. But do we get more max pain? Do we get one more pump with a wick back up? I wouldn't want to see the altcoins lose the 200 MA on the weekly time frame. That's going to be one thing I'm watching, the yellow. You lose that, I mean, it suggests that you can come to that point of control or at least test $440 million. So billion. So we do see some trouble though, right? And it's not amazing for the altcoins. And that's a bearish engulfing candle in the weekly and suggesting to go lower. So I don't see anything that could tell us we're going to reverse. The smaller time frames don't either. So if anything, I see we at least come and test the 200 MA on the weekly We go from there. We lose that. I mean, that's going to spell some real bearishness for the alts. So you really want to see next week that we bounce off of the 200 MA there on the weekly time frame for the altcoins. Bitcoin dominance has been kind of slowly raging, but that didn't do it. I want to see 11 days ago. That's the one right there. Huge move coming. This is what I want. Yeah, exactly. On the weekly, this will close now on Sunday. Bullish engulfing. It's a beautiful sign. It also broke back above 58. So this is me 11 days ago. Of altcoins, total 3. The market cap of all, altcoins excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I'm going to say something I haven't said in a long, long time. I see alt season beginning. I think your dips right now are the last possible chances to buy most of your coins. That's what the probability is telling me. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't like to go on. I never say that. I never say that. And that was 11 days ago, September 13th. You can see massive growth in the altcoins since then. Let's go back to that key area on total 3. And so it's about understanding the entire market and then, doing your deep dive analysis on the coins that matter and then getting busy. But September 6th, we really started a bit of a move here, right? And September 13th is right about here in this circled area, right? We can actually put a line right, September 13th. Yeah, it's right there. And I mean, you can see a surge in the market since I said that. 560 all the way back up to $620 billion, right? So a huge surge in the market ever since I said that. I'm seeing some red, looks like a little bit. And so Bitcoin's just struggling now at 63,740. One of those back and forth days, looking for liquidity, looking for a way to find which way it wants to go in the market. Daily looks horrible, so you have a bunch of people shorting. Smaller time frames look good enough for people to get enticed into the longs. They have enough people on both sides. They really can't figure out where to take the market. The market can't decide what the best value is for Bitcoin at the present moment in time. There's just too much. ETFs buying. You have a lot going on. So in my mind, it's a duality. Bitcoin's caught in a duality here, and we just also had, on top of all that, we just had the Fed meeting, which changed the way people felt about money and the markets almost immediately. So there's been a lot of push and pull to the market, 100%. And you can kind of feel that throughout the last few trading cycles and the last few trading weeks. And this week kind of irons out all those feelings. And then next week, we usually get back to brass tacks. But after a Fed rate hike, the next week also usually gets a little bit imprinted from the nature of what happened before. It just is what it is. I have to know whether I bail out of this long, finally put my tail between my legs and call it a day. They keep messing with the 200 MA. When I really look at this, I mean, it just looks more bearish than bullish, right? I mean, it's kind of a descending triangle at this point. I'll be honest, the daily keeps telling me short the market, Sammy, short the market with a stop loss above that 200 and let it come down to you. Keeps telling me to short the market, but only time will tell. I can't guarantee. I can't guarantee. Cheesies, right? Anyway, so yeah, so that's and it's getting annoying holding the long, man. At one point, I just want to cut it off and move on. It's one of those days, you take a shot, you take a shot, you take a shot, you take a shot. Yeah, that's probably, they almost scared me out 3 times and I didn't get out. And now I'm like, all right. Now you're telling me it's time. And I've been down way more actually in this trade before too, so. But that's so head and shoulders. See the slanted head and shoulder here? Shoulder, head, right shoulder. It's just messy. As I said that, 66666. So I'm unfortunately going to bail from the long. I think, they scare me out. I know we're getting over, the 15-minute looks pretty nasty too. We just don't seem to have enough bears that want to jump on board. 30-minute looks horrible. 1 hour could easily roll over with the bearish engulfing. 63,650 line in the sand here for Bitcoin. The wick buys come back in again. Do we get a bullish divvy? A little bit there. Do they eat through enough of that liquidity? 62.8, 62.6. Do they want to bring it low? A little far for the 21. You would expect to bounce back before we continue down. So you'd expect, like, you know, again, like one of these or some type of flag. But the momentum is low now. You've lost the 21 day, the 200 on the 1 minute. Bearish. You did it here, but you recovered it in a candle fast enough before I could even like speak on it, you know. And again, it had some descending triangle type of vibes with me. Starting to show off. Could have come and bearishly retest, dump in a bear flag, touch the 21, and then continue to go lower. It's the likelihood. But wow, man, this has been some of the most annoying chop trading. And I still would be profitable this month, which is crazy. But I wish I was more profitable. You know what I mean? I'm not going to lie. But hey, I'm going to be always in God's graces and be happy when I'm winning. Never disrespect a win. All right? That's my one rule to all of you. I don't care how you do it. I don't care what happens. Never disrespect a win. Don't do that woulda, coulda, shoulda stuff. Don't win a trade and say, I should have had more. I could have done this. Never disrespect a win. You know, be grateful for every single inch you get higher than you were before. If I go to bed with more money in my bank account than I had last night, I'm blessed. Period. I don't care if it's $10, $20. All right. Again, over time, we need to accumulate a little bit. We can't, you know, but you know what I'm saying. So they're going to bounce this a little bit. We'll see how it goes. And then if this 21 comes and meets price and we don't get enough of a move back up, right, I'm going to bail out. I'm going to bail out. Down 225. It ain't bad. I can handle that loss any day of the week. Ooh, look at that. Nasty shot down. Look at that. Shorts are always like that. They're like, rah, violent. What a violent move. They grab. That's what's called grabbing liquidity. All right. When they just violently move the market, and that's like what happens on a Saturday or Sunday. So you know it's low volume trading now. All right. And again, I stay. You know, I'm down 240. Wow, 250. You know, $15. I stay unemotional. Usually there is a V-shaped recovery after a nasty grab like that. They did it here. They did it. They've been doing it all morning, kind of just snatch and grab. Look, I'm right back where I was before they did the grab. It's so weird. And I got all emotional for a second, like we were going to tank, and we might have. We might. But bottom, top, bottom. Do we come all the way back to the top of the channel now? Sorry, if someone comes in right now, I got too much going on for them to understand. We're in a channel here. Do we come to the top of the channel? You now have resistance where you last had support, which is going to be 63,690, 63,008. Wow, what a melee. And again, that should happen when you lose the 200 MA in the 1 minute. I expect nothing less. And they're really trying to scare me out the long, which makes me think they're going to push the price to the upside. Why would they be trying to judge me out of the long so bad if they weren't going to move me up? You know, it's almost like opposite thinking. Like, why are you making it so hard to hold the long? I don't know. When I bail, I'm going to tell you I'm going to bail. Yeah, I mean, this trade has been 12 hours too. It's annoying. It's eating up my time and my mind. I may just move on. Keep my mind fresh so I can focus on another trade. That's the best thing about taking a trade off the table. You can focus on another one. Like, you don't have, it doesn't eat up your mind anymore. You can move on. You can be free. Right? I'm going to keep you guys in suspense. Still down 226. You want to see it? Who wants to see it? I know you want to see it. Nice fat loss for Sammy. But again, my losses are small. Remember that. It's, you know, I don't get liquidated for $10,000, $20,000. My account still continues to grind. Slowly but surely to the upside. My other account is up too. Like, so. My altcoins ripping today. All my DCAs, Bitcoin, like everything kind of sitting pretty. Crypto bubbles. We got Wild WorldCoin. Hex down a little bit in the last hour. The last day we had Popcat and SEI taking the stream. Jupiter, I love Jupe. Not coin. And Bitcoin really battling 600 here. I'm out. I'm out. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm out. They got me. They got me capitulated. They got me. I'm done. I'm done. I'm out. I'm not losing anymore. There you go. I cut it off because it looks like you're going to have... And I mean, look, shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder, complex head and shoulder to the downside. So, like, I'm heating. Lost the 200 MA. Like, I'm listening. You don't have to win every trade perfectly, but just don't take heavy losses just because, you know, sometimes TA will, you know, it doesn't mean you're going to win, but it can keep you from getting, like, this would have turned into a $500, $600, $700 loss, maybe. But now, because I can see it highly likely doing it, I'm going to jump on out. Right? And then there it goes, right? So, like, there would have been more loss, more loss, more loss, more loss, right? So knowing when to cut off a trade with your TA is also, it's liberating. Like, I feel great right now. Like, I just took off a wet shirt, a heavy, you know, jacket that was bogging me down. I don't want to feel bogged down. I want to continue to push. All right. So look at that thing, the inverted head and shoulder to the downside fast. I've flipped short really quick and then snapped that, but, you know, not when I'm about to leave the stream. Not my thing. All right. 63.5, baby. Dang. What a day. Shout out to everyone who made the stream amazing. Shout out to all the channel sponsors. I Trust Capital. We love you. Buy and sell cryptocurrency in gold and silver in your IRA 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Better than the ETF. When you're in the ETF and say you want to DCA into it or add to it, and Bitcoin tanks, you know you can't do that, right? Like on the weekends. What if Bitcoin comes back up to price again and you don't get those awesome juicy prices? But you can do that here on I Trust Capital. I think it's just a far better move than the ETF. Also, Decrypted.tax, the best place to do your taxes. Get it done. The guy who owns a Bored Ape, he knows more about taxes than your guy. I'm telling you right now. Find out more at Decrypted.tax. At least get a free consultation and compare to what you got. You might just find out something better is going on over at Decrypted.tax. And last but not least, but Houdini Swap. Where else can you transact freely between multiple chains? On our way to 700 million in swap volume. It's going to be there in, I'd say, 6 days or less. I'd say even less than that. So let's see this thing pump to the upside. And you can use multiple chains across multiple coins. And let me explain this. You're in a coin. It goes up hard. You're using MetaMask. To get out of MetaMask now, you have to sell out of that coin. Maybe you don't have that chain installed, or to get that chain, you have to look for a bridge. You can't find it. Next thing you know, you're moving around. You hit the wrong link. Something, you know. Houdini Swap's really simple and easy. You're like, oh yeah, I love that new chain SEI. You know, I want to move some of my SEI over to SUI because SUI's hot. Maybe you just want to swing trade. Like, you know, SUI to SEI now. Like, SUI did great. You want to swing that win to SUI. So you could swing SUI to SEI and exchange those coins. You could also do it privately if you'd like. I mean, you can't beat it. It's really awesome because there's 4,000 tokens across all chains. It's very simple to do compared to your centralized exchange. All right. And there you have it. Look at it, about to hit the target. So we just avoided mass pain there and more downside by seeing the shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. Yes, I could have shorted immediately when you lost the 201 in front of you all, but I'd been in a long earlier. I had to clean up. So and let's take a look at RSS3. I like this coin. Someone said it's moving. Yeah, I mean, it got above the 8-hour 200 MA, and look, you can see these are slanted Adam and Eves. I know they're hard to understand, but and I would never have thought this, but I started back testing these, and so they can go all different ways, up or down, slanted, but this will likely hit the target. That's just what they do. As barbaric as that is, right? It's just a simple chart, but. And you're seeing a pullback in the market, rejection by that 200. You'd expect this to probably cup and handle. Whole market looks like it needs a little bit of a pullback here with Bitcoin. All right. Okay. You know, I think Hex is just, I don't know. I don't own Hex, so I'm not a huge fan, right? But actually, at the same time, you know, let it live. I'm super happy to see it come back from the dark side there. And, you know, probably can't continue. Take a look at your 2-day, 3-day. Yeah, fine. It breached the daily 200 MA. It's a good sign, and it's likely to go up to the 2-day 200 MA. Just like when it dumps, same scenario. So what you want to do is you don't want to see Hex lose any of this support. If it loses this support, it's kind of lackluster. But as long as it kind of stays here, the 21 touches price action, and go up or down in this little spot, and then there's a chance it could continue up, and just like everything else in this market, begin to get a bit of a rally here for Hex. All right. And look, I mean, more liquidity was to the downside at the end of the day for BOOKMAP. So it did suggest, hey, I do want to eat the liquidity down. 62.8 possible, but we keep battling 63.5. I wouldn't be surprised if we're back at 63.8 in an hour or something. I just, the way this market's been going. All right. Are you a bigger fan of TRE or VANRY? I think TIA is a better bet, like a more secure bet. I don't know enough about VANRY, honestly. I don't know enough about VANRY. I'd have to do a little more research on VANRY. TA I'm very comfortable with. I understand that market very well, but I'm, you know. So. Sam, another weather live stream begins in 15 minutes. He says it's intensifying. It just needs to veer west of you. To veer west of you, yeah. LRT, DEDI. We looked at DEDI, Banana, and AVT. Let's take a look at LRT. Super Chats, Land Rocker. I mean, I remember when this coin first came out, and I actually really liked the trailer for it. And honestly, everything is attempting to do these like rigid, a strange Adam and Eve double bottoms, right? I mean, definitely double bottom, but this thing could also go to zero. It could be a rug, you know, I don't know. You know, it's a very early coin. Maybe they never do what they say they're going to do. I don't really know. And if I was going to play it, I'd wait for it to break back above 2180 before I can get a move to the upside. You see? I don't know. I'm not really a fan. There is a double bottom there, though. And, you know, if that's how things bottom, that would be your bottom for Land Rocker. I don't think I'm going to be jumping on into it, but that looks interesting. All right. Other than an island for years, worry about a hurricane 12 hours before it hits. Before then, live life. Don't stress. Amen, Allison Judry. I chose MicroStrategy over ETF. Much bigger returns. Love you, man. Thank you, dear Sam. Blessings. Cannot wait for the next stream. All the best battling the hurricane. Oh, yeah. So far, I mean, there's no hurricane here. I mean, unless I'm wrong or I don't know what's going on, maybe. I mean, which is, I've been in the chart so many times that I don't know what's happening. That's happened. So I would believe that. That's an Adam and Eve for Banana, man. Right on Binance. Banana. And I would say that's Banana Gun. Right, when I see Banana. You can kind of see that Adam and Eve there too. Banana Gun's been on a tear, came up, came back down. I would almost say it fell out, came back in a falling wedge, and you're seeing it, you know. Once it breaks the 200 MA on the daily, I would long this puppy. We've traded this thing on and off for a long time. It tends to pay because people use it to snipe memes. So when memes get hot again, this coin gets hot again. It's a very simple equation. So if I see Soul Jump, if I see Juke Jump, and I see the DEX is starting to move, I know Banana Gun is really the next player because people are going to grab that utility that Banana Gun gives them by sniping bots. And you have to understand what's happening with the meme coins and how it works, and Banana would make sense to you, right? And this is why my extra knowledge of you know, helps me also trade TA. Okay. And I like this. This is like an old stream where we're like altcoins all day long, like a lot of altcoins, and this is what we're looking for. You can see how the stream will change. The stream will actually change. You'll see, like, I'll have way more super chats. They'll come into the time, you know. You have more people asking about coins, talking about altcoins. It'll be altcoins, right? Okay. Careful if you're not near the water. 5 to 8 storm surge expected in Tampa, St. Pete. If it keeps turning that, it'll go up. Stay safe. Thank you. I'm 99% we're going to be fine, but if you need anything, Sammy, hit me up. Unfortunately, the Skyway Bridge goes down during hurricanes a lot. Amen. Yeah. I hope it doesn't go down. You mean they just, yeah, they shut it down for sure. So banana looks interesting. Look for it to break above the 200 MA though. Get you. And AVT someone asked about, if I'm correct, right? Adventus on Gate.io. That thing just looks like garbage, man. I'm sorry. And Lodge Wickage, not a lot of action. Break the 200 MA, so be it, but I don't know. I don't like what I'm seeing there. I could be wrong. Let me make sure I'm not. Yeah, AVT. I don't know what that is. It looks horrible, though. I'll be honest. After the stream, we could watch the weather live stream for max velocity, and we'll be up to date on knowing how we need to prepare. Praying for Sam. Thank you. Appreciate you, Jim Pete. Everybody, I love you. I'm going to jump out of here for the day. May God bless each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. You can't win every single day. Today may end up being one of my biggest trading days. You never know. I'm always super positive about the day, so you never know. Actually, super happy to take a small loss. You know, there's days I had to come back from $1,000 loss, like $2,000 loss, $3,000 loss. Right? Today's not that day, so today's actually a blessed day. So, thank you everyone for being here with me, and God bless each and every one of you. We're back on track, and I'll see you tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. May God bless everybody, and may you have a wonderful day. Blessings on blessings. Amen.